wondered how God's blessings manifest in your life? The truth is, they are not bestowed from afar, but flow from the divine power within you. Through your imagination, faith, and unwavering gratitude, you become the creator of your reality. God's blessings are always present, waiting for you to align with them by living in the end and embracing the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Tonight, let us explore how to awaken this power and bring the blessings of heaven into your world. Imagination is the cornerstone of all creation, the divine force through which God's blessings flow into your life. When you understand that your imagination is not a mere mental faculty, but the very essence of the divine within you, you begin to tap into an infinite source of possibilities. In the stillness of your mind, where thoughts and visions take form, lies the power to create and shape your reality. So every blessing you have ever received and every miracle you have yet to witness begins with the seed of imagination. When God blesses you, it is not an act of randomness or favoritism, but a response to the images and feelings you consistently hold within yourself. Your imagination is the vessel through which these blessings are poured. Think about it. Every great achievement, every profound change, and every answered prayer begins with a picture in your mind. You might see yourself healthier, happier, or more successful, and that image is more than just a fleeting thought. Faith says, it is the divine blueprint, the language of God, working through you to manifest your desire. You may not always realize it, but every moment of your life, you are using this power. Whether for good or ill, your imagination is constantly creating. When you dwell on fears, worries, or doubts, those too become the reality you live in. But when you choose to fill your mind with visions of love, abundance, and peace, you align yourself with the divine flow of blessings. It is not about forcing something to happen. It is about recognizing that the power to create is already within you. No, God's blessings are always seeking expression through you, and your imagination is the sacred channel through which they flow. To truly receive God's blessings, you must dare to imagine boldly. The size of your vision determines the magnitude of your blessings. If you limit your imagination to small and safe dreams, you limit the ways in which God can work in your life. But when you allow yourself to envision a life of boundless joy, success, and fulfillment, you open the floodgates for divine abundance. This does not mean you need to know how every detail will unfold. Your job is not to control the process, but to trust the power within you and to faithfully nurture the vision you hold. Imagination is not just about seeing, it is about feeling. To bring forth God's blessings, you must live in the reality of your vision as though it is already true. Feel the joy, the gratitude, and the peace of having already received what you desire. This feeling is the key that unlocks the door to manifestation. When you embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you become a magnet for the blessings that align with that state. It is not about waiting for a sign or confirmation. It is about knowing deep within yourself that the blessing is already yours. Doubt and fear may try to creep in, but remember that they have no power unless you give it to them. Stay steadfast in your vision and let your imagination lead you. Even in moments of struggle or uncertainty, know that God is working through your imagination to bring forth your highest good. Trust in the process, for the same power that created the heavens and the earth dwells within you and is constantly creating through you. When God blesses you, it often comes in ways that exceed your expectations. Your imagination may set the stage, but God's power magnifies and perfects your vision in ways you could never anticipate. This is why it is so important to dream freely and without limitation. Do not worry about how or when your blessings will come. Simply hold fast to your vision, believe in the power within you, and know that every thought and feeling aligned with your highest good is already setting the wheels of creation into motion. Your imagination is a sacred gift, the divine tool through which you can access the infinite blessings of God. Use it wisely and with faith. When you dare to dream big, to imagine vividly, and to feel deeply, you align yourself with the limitless abundance that is your birthright. Trust in this process, for it is through imagination that God's blessings pour into your life, transforming your world into a reflection of divine grace and love. Faith in the unseen is the cornerstone of all true manifestation. It is not a passive belief, but an active trust in the reality of that which is not yet visible. This faith is the bridge between the world of imagination and the physical world, the power that brings your desires into tangible form. When you understand the nature of faith, you realize that it is not about hoping or wishing. It is about knowing deep within your soul that what you seek is already yours. Faith is the unshakable conviction that the unseen is more real than what your physical senses perceive. In a world that constantly demands evidence and proof, faith often feels like an act of rebellion. It requires you to turn away from appearances, to disregard circumstances, and to trust in the reality of your inner vision. This is not always easy, especially when the world around you seems to contradict your desires. But faith does not waver in the face of doubt. It is the quiet assurance that even when all evidence points to the contrary, the unseen is unfolding in your favor. Faith is not blind, it is rooted in the understanding of who you truly are. When you recognize that the power of God dwells within you, you begin to see yourself as the creator of your experience. You no longer rely on external conditions to dictate your reality, for you know that the unseen forces at work within you are far more powerful. This is the essence of faith, to trust in the invisible power of God moving through you, shaping your world according to the visions you hold. Faith is also a state of being. It is not something you summon only when you need a miracle or a blessing. It is a constant, unwavering belief that you carry with you in every moment. When you live in faith, you are no longer swayed by the highs and lows of life. You remain steady, knowing that the unseen is always working for your good. Even in the face of adversity, faith allows you to see beyond the immediate and trust in the greater picture. It reminds you that every challenge is but a stepping stone to greater blessing. The power of faith lies in its ability to transform the unseen into the seen. It is like planting a seed in the ground. You may not see the seed as it germinates and grows, but you trust that the process is unfolding. Similarly, faith is the trust that the seeds you plant in your imagination are taking root, even when there is no visible sign of growth. This trust is what keeps you aligned with your desires, ensuring that they manifest in perfect timing. Faith is not without its tests. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to take hold. In these moments, faith becomes your anchor. It reminds you that what you see with your physical eyes is temporary, but the unseen is eternal. It encourages you to persist, to hold fast to your vision, and to trust that God's blessings are already on their way. Feel it is for being God's. God's blessings are already on their way. These moments of testing are not meant to weaken your faith, but to strengthen it, to teach you that the unseen is far more reliable than any external condition. Faith also requires action. It is not enough to believe in the unseen. You must live as though it is already true. This means acting in alignment with your vision, making choices that reflect your trust in the process. When you act from a place of faith, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. You step into the reality of your desires, not as a hopeful observer, but as an active participant in their creation. Ultimately, faith in the unseen is the greatest expression of trust in God. It is the acknowledgement that you are not separate from the divine, but an integral part of it. This faith empowers you to create, to dream, and to manifest without limitation. It frees you from the constraints of the physical world and opens the door to infinite possibilities. When you cultivate this faith, you align yourself with the flow of divine blessings, allowing them to pour into your life in ways that exceed all expectations. Faith is the key to unlocking the fullness of God's grace, turning the unseen into the seen and the impossible into reality. End quote. Living in the end is the secret to manifesting the life you desire, the key to unlocking God's blessings in their fullest expression. It is the art of assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled and embodying it as though it is already true. This practice is not merely about thinking positively or daydreaming about what you want. It is about stepping into the reality of your desire with conviction, aligning your inner world so completely with your vision that it becomes inevitable in the outer world. When you live in the end, you abandon the idea of waiting or hoping for your desires to come to pass. Instead, you act, think, and feel as though they are already realized. This shift in consciousness creates a powerful resonance between your inner state and the blessings you seek. It is through this alignment that the unseen becomes seen, for your outer reality is always a reflection of your inner state. By living in the end, you declare to the universe that you are ready to receive, and God's blessings flow into your life accordingly. This practice requires a deep understanding of the creative power of your imagination. Your mind is the architect of your reality, and the images you consistently hold within it shape your experiences. Living in the end means you use your imagination to dwell in the state of your fulfilled desire. You do not merely visualize it, you feel it with every fiber of your being. You allow the joy, gratitude, and peace of already having what you desire to fill your heart and mind. These feelings are the evidence of things unseen, the proof that your desire is already a reality in the spiritual realm. Many people struggle with this concept because they are conditioned to focus on their current circumstances. They let their present reality dictate their thoughts and feelings, reinforcing the very conditions they wish to change. But living in the end requires you to rise above appearances and claim your blessings as if they are already yours. This is not an act of denial, but an act of faith. You are not ignoring your current reality. You are choosing to focus on the higher truth of what is possible. And to live in the end is to embody the person you would be if your desires were already fulfilled. How would you think, feel, and act? What choices would you make? What kind of conversations would you have? By answering these questions and aligning your actions and thoughts accordingly, you step into the version of yourself that is already living your desired reality. This alignment creates a magnetic pull that draws your blessings into your experience. Living in the end also involves releasing any attachment to how or when your desires will manifest. Trust in the divine process is essential. When you try to control the details, you limit the infinite possibilities through which God can bless you. Instead, your role is to remain steadfast in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, knowing that the universe is orchestrating everything perfectly. The how and when are not your concern. Your only responsibility is to maintain your inner state of fulfillment. Challenges may arise as you practice living in the end, but these are opportunities to deepen your faith and commitment. Doubts and fears may try to pull you back into a state of lack, but remember that persistence is the key. Each time you feel tempted to focus on what is missing, bring your attention back to the reality of your fulfilled desire. Feel it, believe it, and let it become more real to you than anything else. Over time, this practice will transform not only your circumstances, but also your entire way of being. Living in the end is an act of co-creation with God. It is a declaration of your divine nature and your ability to shape your reality. By assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you align yourself with the infinite power of the universe, allowing God's blessings to manifest in ways beyond your imagination. This is not a passive process, but an active, joyful engagement with life. It requires trust, persistence, and a willingness to step into the unknown, to embrace transformation, but the rewards are profound. But when you live in the end, you open yourself to a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. You become the embodiment of your desires, and in doing so, you become a living testimony to the limitless grace and power of God. You can say, God dwells within you. This is not a metaphor or an abstract concept, but an eternal truth that holds the key to your transformation. The same divine power that created the universe resides in the core of your being, constantly shaping your reality according to your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. To truly understand and embrace this is to unlock the infinite potential that exists within you. When you recognize that God's blessings flow not from an external source, but from within, you step into your rightful role as the creator of your life. And secondly, the world often teaches us to look outward for answers, solutions, and validation. We are conditioned to believe that success, love, and happiness are things we must chase, earn, or deserve. But the truth is that everything you seek is already within you. God's presence within you is the source of all abundance, peace, and joy. There is no separation between you and the divine. You are an extension of God's creative power, endowed with the ability to shape your destiny through the power of your consciousness. Understanding that God dwells within you changes how you view yourself and your circumstances. You're no longer a victim of life's challenges, but a co-creator with the divine. Even in moments of doubt or despair, this truth serves as a beacon of hope. When you turn inward and connect with the divine presence within, you tap into an infinite reservoir of strength, wisdom, and guidance. This connection allows you to rise above limitations and transform obstacles into opportunities for growth. Do you fight off obstacles within you? You must do you within you. If you want to succeed, the realization that God is within you also redefines the way you approach prayer and manifestation. Prayer is no longer a plea to an external deity, but a communion with the divine power that resides in your heart. When you pray, you are not asking for blessings to be bestowed upon you. You are affirming the truth of your desires and aligning yourself with the flow of divine grace. Every time you imagine, feel, and believe in the fulfillment of your wishes, you activate the creative power of God within you. This truth also brings a profound sense of responsibility. Knowing that God dwells within you means recognizing that you are the architect of your experience. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the feelings you cultivate all shape the reality you live in. When you dwell on lack, fear, or doubt, you block the flow of God's blessings. But when you align your mind and heart with love, gratitude, and faith, you open the door for divine abundance to pour into your life. Quote, to fully embrace the presence of God within, you must cultivate self-awareness and stillness. In the quiet moments of reflection and meditation, you can feel the divine presence more deeply. This is where true transformation begins. Not in the chaos of the outer world, but in the stillness of your inner sanctuary. When you quiet the mind and turn inward, you create a space for God's voice to guide you. This inner connection strengthens your faith and empowers you to move forward with confidence and clarity. Recognizing that God dwells within you also shifts how you perceive others. If the divine presence exists in you, it exists in everyone else as well. This understanding fosters compassion, love, and unity. You begin to see others not as separate or different, but as reflections of the same divine essence. This perspective dissolves judgment and conflict, allowing you to cultivate deeper and more meaningful relationships. Blessings of knowing God within you are limitless. It transforms the way you face challenges, turning them into opportunities for spiritual growth. It empowers you to dream boldly, knowing that the power to achieve your desires is already within your grasp. It fills your heart with peace, for you no longer rely on external circumstances to feel whole or complete. And most importantly, it deepens your trust in the divine process, allowing you to surrender to the flow of life with grace and ease. To live with the awareness that God dwells within you is to live a life of purpose, power, and joy. You are not separate from the divine. You are an integral part of it. This truth is the foundation of all blessings, the source of all miracles, and the essence of who you are. When you fully embrace this, you align yourself with the infinite possibilities of God's grace and step into a life of limitless potential. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the fullness of life and aligns you with the blessings of God. It is not merely a polite acknowledgement of what you have, but a powerful spiritual practice that transforms your inner state and reshapes your reality. Gratitude is the language of the divine, a recognition of the infinite goodness that flows through you and into your life. When you cultivate a heart filled with gratitude, you open yourself to the abundance of God's grace and allow blessings to manifest effortlessly. At its core, gratitude is a state of being. It is not dependent on external circumstances, but arises from within, a conscious choice to see and celebrate the good in every moment. Even in times of struggle or uncertainty, gratitude allows you to shift your focus from lack to abundance, from fear to faith. It reminds you that no matter what challenges you face, there is always something to be thankful for. This shift in perspective not only changes your mood, but also aligns your energy with the divine flow of blessings. So, you're for the next seminar. Where are we going? Gratitude is a powerful creative force because it affirms the reality of abundance. When you give thanks for what you desire as though it has already been fulfilled, you embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This act of faith signals to the universe that you are ready to receive, and it activates the creative power of God within you. Gratitude is not just a response to blessings, but a catalyst for them. It is the act of claiming your desires as already done, knowing that God's blessings are always present and available to you. You may prosper. One of the most profound aspects of gratitude is its ability to expand your awareness. When you focus on what you are thankful for, your attention naturally shifts to the good in your life, and that good begins to multiply. Gratitude trains your mind to look for abundance rather than lack, to see opportunities rather than obstacles. This expanded awareness allows you to recognize and receive blessings that you might have otherwise overlooked. And it opens your eyes to the miracles unfolding around you every day, reminding you that you are always supported and guided. Gratitude also strengthens your connection to the divine. When you express thanks, you acknowledge the source of your blessings and deepen your trust in God's infinite wisdom and love. This trust creates a sense of peace and contentment, even in the midst of uncertainty. You no longer feel the need to control every detail of your life because you know that God's plan is unfolding perfectly. Nevertheless, you know who you are. You are not the accident of fate or evil forces. Gratitude fosters a sense of surrender, a willingness to let go of fear and embrace the flow of divine grace. Practicing gratitude does not require grand gestures or perfect circumstances. It begins with simple moments of acknowledgement. A heartfelt thank you for the breath you take, the warmth of the sun, or the kindness of a stranger. As you make gratitude a daily habit, it becomes a natural part of who you are. Over time, you find that even life's challenges carry hidden blessings, and your gratitude deepens as you recognize the lessons and growth they bring. Gratitude also has a ripple effect, extending its blessings beyond yourself to others. When you approach life with a grateful heart, you radiate positivity and inspire those around you to do the same. Your gratitude creates a sense of harmony and connection, strengthening your relationships and fostering a spirit of unity. It reminds others of the beauty and abundance in their own lives, creating a collective energy of love and appreciation. But now, even in moments when it feels difficult to be grateful, remember that gratitude is a choice. It is a decision to focus on what is right rather than what is wrong, to celebrate what you have rather than lament what you lack. This choice has the power to transform your experience, turning ordinary moments into sacred ones and challenges into opportunities for growth. Gratitude is not about denying your struggles, but about seeing the bigger picture and trusting that every experience is part of a greater divine plan. Ultimately, gratitude is the bridge that connects you to the limitless blessings of God. It is a practice that aligns your heart and mind with the divine flow of abundance, allowing you to receive and enjoy life's gifts fully. When you live with a spirit of gratitude, you become a magnet for blessings, attracting more of what you desire and experiencing the joy of God's grace in every aspect of your life. Gratitude is the simplest yet most profound way to honor the presence of God within you and to celebrate the endless possibilities of a life lived in divine alignment.